So guys, I can tell you this, that chapter 4 of Piggy book 2 is going to be explosive. So Minitoon tweeted out last night an official chapter 4 teaser, and here we go. So we've got ahoy everyone with an explosion, a picture frame, a bit of fire, and a brick. So what if I was to tell you that I think that Willow is going to follow us back to the safe house, meaning that the safe house is now going to be in jeopardy? Well guys, we are going to be going through all these emojis in just a second. But first, if you guys are new around here, then make sure to hit the like button and subscribe, because it does help out the video and channel tremendously. So guys, chapter 3 kind of left on a bit of a weird sort of cliffhanger. Well, really, maybe not so much a cliffhanger, because normally we get something from a previous chapter that kind of leads us towards something else. However, in the previous ending of chapter 3, we kind of didn't really get any lead as to where we were going next. So yes, I'm sure all of you are aware by now. Well, I hope you are, because you're about to get a spoiler if you're not. But anyway, basically Zizzy is now infected, or at least we think that she might be becoming infected. She got a scratch on her arm from Polly. Polly was infected, meaning Zizzy is also going to be infected. But there is one thing that I want to ask you guys. Where was Willow in chapter 3? Do we think that this could have all been a bit of a setup type thing? But guys, I'm going to be giving you guys some really interesting pieces of information today. Pieces of information that maybe not a lot of us have actually thought about. And so I'm going to link back to the previous question as to where was Willow? Well, I think that she was there in chapter 3. I feel like she might have been an Easter egg somewhere and just nobody has yet seen it. But I feel like Willow was there somewhere. I feel like Willow was there somewhere, kind of like trying to spy on us as such, and then she was going to follow us back to the safe house. Now, another question that I want to link to is, where is William, and who is William? Well, there has been a bit of speculation going around about this little old William guy. Is William Daisy's son? Is William Willow's brother? Well, at the end of chapter 1 in the alleys, you can clearly see at the end of that chapter a sign on the wall, and that note is written by Daisy. So basically, Daisy asks Willow to look after William. Now, why would Daisy be asking Willow to look after William? Surely if it was something like a mum to William, then surely Daisy would have a different name, because normally we have like Willow Wolf, Daisy Donkey. I don't know, you get this thing. I think a lot of people have spoken about this recently. But I think that William could well already have been seen. I reckon that William could well have been one of those TSP members inside of the refinery. So guys, I would love to hear what you guys think about those questions that I've just brought up in the comment section down below. But now, time for the emojis, guys. So let's take a look again. So Minitoon tweeted out last night with chapter 4, explosion, a picture frame, some fire, and a brick. So what could these mean, guys? Also, I would love it if you could go into the comment section down below and put what you think these could be before I think what they are going to be. That way we can sort of see how the two relate. So anyway, we're going to start with the explosion. Now, we have one thing already in Piggy that does explode, and that is going to be the TNT. So could this be the return of TNT? But there's also something else that I want to bring up that could actually be linking with this explosion, and I'm going to bring that up when we get to the fire, and I feel like I've got a pretty good idea as to what this is going to be. So yes, there is going to be an explosion, and I feel like it's going to be out of two things, this TNT and this something else that I'm going to bring up when we get to the fire. But all we do know is that something is going to explode. It could be a door, and it could be something completely different. For example, when the outpost came out, when we had the tank, that also, I believe, had an explosion emoji too, because we were using the tank to blow up the door. And so now we are going to move on to the picture frame. So in the picture frame, we have a house on the hill. Now this could obviously be linking towards the safe house, which is why I believe that something could be happening with Willow following us back to the safe house. And that's why you can see quite a few things like the explosion, the fire, and a brick. I feel like we are going to be followed back to the safe house, and now Willow is going to come behind us at some sort, and it's gonna kind of be like a bit of a boss fight with Willow, because as you guys know, in chapter 1 of book 2, in the alleys, we had an uninfected actually walking around as the bot. That character was Rash. So that character, Rash, was walking around inside of the alleys, but Rash was not infected. So could book 2 be the return of like uninfected characters as the bosses? And when I say as the bosses, I mean as like, you know, the killers of the map as such. So could chapter 4 be us trying to get away from Willow, hence why she shoots her gun inside of the book 2 trailer? So I really do believe that that picture frame is probably linking towards the safe house, but it also could be something to do with framing someone. I would just love to know why Minitoon chose one with a house in, that's all. Okay, and so now for the fire, guys. Now I am going to link the fire back with the explosion. Obviously with an explosion you get fire, however I want to link back to something in the refinery. Now guys, we have oil cans all over the place, and the question is, why are they making oil? Well, why not could they be trying to set everything on fire? Could this be TSP's way of causing havoc around the city? I feel like we are going to have to try and escape a map before it explodes. That map being the safe house. So my theory with this one is that we are going to be having to flee the safe house, and Willow has set up some form of bomb with all of these oil tanks, and then potentially Willow locks us inside of the safe house or something along those lines. There might not even be like a killer in this map, but I'm just kind of spinning out there quite a few like little suggestions as to what this could be. But I feel like I'm sort of getting along the right lines as to it being the safe house, and also there being like an explosion that we have to try and get out of the safe house from, and that explosion could well have been set up by Willow. And now the final emoji, the brick. What is the brick doing there, guys? That one is a little bit like I'm trying to figure out what we've got to do with the brick. I don't think a lot of people are going to have many theories on the brick. However, I will say this. I feel like that brick is going to be an item, sort of like a new item, like a crowbar, also like the wrench, you know, all of that sort of stuff. I feel like we're going to get some form of like a brick sort of task that we have to do, and that's the reason why the brick is there. What I'm saying is, technically at the moment nothing's actually telling us why we have a brick emoji. Yes, in the book 2 chapter 3 whatever trailer it is, you do have Willow shooting her gun, and there are a load of bricks behind her, but I don't really think that that's got anything to do with it. I just think that this brick is going to be some form of item that we have to use inside of the map. But anyway, hopefully you guys have put down all of your theories in the comment section down below. I will be reading through all of those, and I may even use some of them in a future video. But anyway, guys, that is going to be it from me today. Chapter 4 is going to be amazing. I cannot wait. I believe that it is going to be coming out on November the 14th, I think it is. Is it the 14th? I think it is the 14th. Yes, the 14th and 15th is when we can expect chapter 4 to be coming out. That won't be this weekend, guys. We may be getting a bit of a different sort of update this weekend. We could be getting like a build mode sort of update, because Minitoon did mention something about that recently. So maybe we will be getting some form of update this weekend, but I don't think that we are going to be getting the next one. I think that the next chapter 4 is going to be coming out on either the 14th or the 15th. But anyway, guys, hope you guys did enjoy today's video. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and we shall see you guys in the next one.